let it go. Out of the pack comes Curtis. Not Curtis, Leslie it was. The handball goes over, Stephen Williams. He'll always conceded a lot of ground. Way back to Bomber Clifford. The running player is Curtis. He now will go long. Tim Evans on a lead. That's beautifully put. He couldn't mark the ball. He's going to get a free kick for a push in the back. Brooksby is complaining, and I think with some justification. There didn't appear to be much in that. Tim Evans has got a free kick. 35 metres from goal. Perhaps a 30-degree angle. The only man so far this season to have kicked 100 goals in this state, and I think in Australia, in fact. Beautiful kicking action. Have a look at that. Split the centre. 2-1 the Magpies. South 1-2.
Yes, Evans came to meet the ball. He was never going to mark it. It was too out in front of him, too far out. But it was Brooksby who came with him, and of course his momentum kept him going. He cannoned into the back as Evans as he was going to the ground, and the umpire paid the free kick, and it was a beautifully put kick of Tim Evans. Came back nicely with the breeze to register Port Adelaide's second goal.
That drizzle just a little bit stronger now. Russell Johnson beats Christie. It goes back to Fairclough. The kick smothered by Darren Smith. That was well done. Fairclough again, though. Gee, didn't get that one away either. Great work, Russell Johnston. Now Russell Ebert in long. Oh, Bennett fell over. Marnie with the chance over the top. Here's Tim Evans. Oh, he's missed that one by a kilometre. Out goes Paul Belton. He's got the chance to use Bradley. He swings it back to centre-half forward. That was beautifully done. Actually, Belton tried to do that in the early minutes of the game, and he completely missed Bomber Clifford. But on that occasion, there was very little pressure on him, and it was Bradley who lurked cleverly in the centre-half forward area for that possession. Bradley taking plenty of time. Goals at a premium this afternoon. Bradley sets it up. That is dead centre. Beautiful kick of goal. 3-1 the Magpies. The Panthers 1-2.
I'll bet London to a brick in 100 years' time they'll still be building with Hallett, son.
Yeah, I bet they'll still be just as heavy.
Hallett, your best bet for bricks. Of all the discoveries Dr. Livingstone would love to have made, this one would be worth writing home about. The first and only four-wheel drive family wagon of its type in Australia, with all the room in the world for a man's family, his animals, and of course, room for his luggage. But more importantly, Overlander magazine has given it the Australian Four-Wheel Drive of the Year award. So what is the doctor famous for? Why, the Mitsubishi four-wheel drive wagon, we presume. It's another Mitsubishi.
If you need it, you can get it. Where? At Lloyd's 7 days a week.
If you want a power tool to saw it, sand it, drill or route it, you know where to get it. And Lloyd's have a complete range of accessories for almost every brand of power tool. In fact, nobody has a larger range of accessories than Lloyd's. Lloyd's, for power tools and accessories.
If you need it, you can get it here at Lloyd's 7 days a week.
After sailing with a big crew like this, you've got to be able to turn out hot meals in a hurry.
You can cook the dinner.
That's why we can't do without our Rankarina microwave oven from NEC. It's bigger inside than most of the others, and it cooks fast too. Rankarina microwaves, big inside to cook a big Aussie meal.
Lovely, John. Done very well.
Believe me, we know some pretty big eaters.
Rankarina microwave ovens.
From NEC.
Port Adelaide led 4-1 to 2-3 at quarter time, a lead of 10 points. It appeared to be a wind of about 2 to 3 goals, and it wasn't sufficient. Port were having troubles across the wings. Anderson and Harrison couldn't get into the games at all. Their rovers were hardly sighted. Dwayne Russell was going well at centre-half forward, but South also had their problems. Nabikla was well covered by Martin Leslie, but it was their rovers and their wingmen that were sending them into attack. And Port only leading at 10 points at quarter time, they had a few problems because South were going with the breeze. It was fast and fierce. The ball was travelling from one end of the ground at a furious pace, but it was a wonder they weren't kicking more goals. The conditions seemed to be a lot better than we thought. It wasn't very breezy, and the condition of the ground was superb. Once again, South Adelaide were going into attack using their mobile small ben, and they were doing far better than Port Adelaide in that area. We will pick up play 14 minutes into the second quarter. Nothing much has happened, but the score is 3-4 to 2-3.
Tim Evans having trouble getting into the game. Got a goal from a free kick early, but he doesn't like those big bodies on him. We saw Craig Baum take him apart about 6 weeks ago. A quick kick out of the pack, Bomber Clifford. He'll keep it on grandstand side. Gee. Can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Why did I do that, he said. Straight out of bounds on the full. Fairclough. Nowhere near that ball. Good mark, Craig Bradley, but gee, I don't know what possessed Christie to try that.
Peter, why do you short pass in defence when you're kicking with a 4-goal breeze?
Yes. Terribly good question. I think we might have to ask Christie that later on. Big Tim Evans didn't get to the area of the mark. Palmer, Bennett, very casual as he runs out towards the pocket. Hooks it back. Gee, that was a beautiful kick to David Kapler. Robin White runs through centre. Now Hewitt, that handball may come unstuck, but beautifully grabbed by Hewitt. He goes in long. Irvine on a lead, and he takes the mark left forward pocket for the Panthers. Gee, they moved that one well. And it was started by a very clever kick from Michael Bennett. Irvine can kick goals. Darren Harris leads, but aborts. Irvine goes back, shapes up, sets it up beautifully. Dead centre. His first goal. South now 4-4 to the Magpies 5-2.
Michael Bennett playing well in the back pocket. He started that movement. He had plenty of time to look. He's had 8 kicks already. Looked to see where he was going to put it, and he hooked it back cleverly to Kapler, and the handball was slightly breathtaking. It could have come unstuck a couple of times, but they got away with it. A lightning thrust and a goal.
Back to the centre. The Panthers trail by 4 points. Russell Johnston and Christie. Down it goes. Russell Ebert gets a wobbly kick away, but it's defective. Or Stephen Williams dropped it. Now he's on the bottom of it, and the ball's underneath him. It's a free kick for holding the ball. Well, we've got to take those when they come, those chances. Bennett got it from Palmer. Bennett's playing very well. Kicks long. Schneebeckler came right across for that. Irvine roved it beautifully. Harris on the lead, intercepting Kemp. Oh, courage Kemp, but he did it well. But he let this man go. Watch Slattery go. Shoots it over. Bennett, Butler, should I say, onto the right foot. He's got it. South hit the front. Butler's first goal. South 5-4 to the Magpies 5-2.
Well done, Wayne Slattery. Once again, breathtaking handball by South Adelaide. Gee, Slattery bolted across goal there. He got it across to Butler. His first take wasn't successful. He had to grab for it a second time, but the Port Adelaide defence was in a scramble, and Butler had time to regain composure, snap from 10 metres out, and South Adelaide hit the front 17 minutes into the second quarter. 5-4 plays 5-2.
We're approaching the 17-minute mark. Russell Johnston and Christie. Christie goes for the smash. Nearly Robin White. Not quite. He maintains possession. All Smith got it out. The kick forward. Out comes Evans. 2 grabs. He won't be paid. Play on calls the umpire. Oh, Palmer was tackled. Didn't have it. But Bennett ran it out. Now Hewitt. Williams is having a go with Brooksby at the moment. But it's out at centre wing on the full, and the free kick will go to Gill.
Gill at centre wing. Playing well in defence. 10th kick. Better known as a run-on player or a forward. Nice kick by Gill to the half-forward line. Palmer got up very high, only got one hand to it. White under pressure. Hewitt will have to get a kick away in a hurry. Wayne Russell goes through, pushing the back against Gores. Russell has got it 45 metres out. Kicked a magnificent goal in that first quarter from about 55 metres, but he's into the breeze on this occasion. Short as Williams. Good mark, good pass. Loose checking by the Panther defence. In fact, no one wants to go back on the mark even now. Stuart Palmer, who seems to be a little bit undecided. I think he feels that the ball's still up further. Stu Palmer getting back now. Stephen Williams, 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. Kick is not coming back with the breeze. Evans out in front. Not quite. Corns gets it out. Hewitt against Belt. Smith. Brooksby can't find it. Corns again. Gives it back to Nayley. The South Rover under pressure. Got to get a handball away. Marnie, Belton, Bomber Clifford. Grabbed when he hasn't got all his... Just did he kick the ball. And finally it's Brooksby who comes back on and takes the safe chest mark.
Well, Tim Evans is certainly worried by those big bodies. And even when he's got a chance to take a mark, he fumbles them. Christie let it go through. Kapler, Anderson. Fighting hard, Dwayne Russell. Got it over the top, Greg Anderson. Oh, great smother by Darryl Hewitt. He runs it clear. A big chance for Darren Harris. Ben Harris goes for the punch away. Off hands Martin Leslie. Curtis was clean bowled. Player runs all over the top of him. Harris got it out. Snared by Slattery. He went beautifully backwards, forwards. What a great goal, Slattery. Oh, he really wrong-footed the opposition. His first goal. South now 6-4 to the Magpies, 5-2.
Behind every one of these buttons is a brain, an integrated circuit. And behind every one of these integrated circuits is NEC technology. Technology that is keeping you in front.
From Mitsubishi comes the four-wheel drive fleet, bred to meet whatever awaits on the open terrain.
Express utility with muscle to match the man on the land.
Mitsubishi four-wheel drive wagon, fulfilling the dream of off-road luxury.
And now, introducing the new Pajero Super Wagon for a drive more adventurous than ever.
It's a range of vehicles featuring Mitsubishi's advanced four-wheel drive technology.
It's another Mitsubishi first.
I bet London to a brick you're looking at the Thompsons' new house. The one they built with Hallett.
Yeah, lovely, innit?
Hallett, your best bet for bricks.
South Adelaide led by 7 points at half-time. Port Adelaide's turn to go with the breeze in the third quarter. In this quarter, South set themselves up for the win by holding Port Adelaide to 2-2 while they kicked 2-1 themselves. And it was a very even game as the ball was going from end to end, but as I said, very little score whatsoever. Evans couldn't get into the game at all. Bradley at centre was giving him enough opportunities. Dwayne Russell was playing well at centre half forward, but Tim kicked 5 goals, but he seemed to have a down day. And Martin Leslie was playing very, very well indeed at centre half back. He was cutting Snebickler out of the game. Dwayne Russell, very powerful. He was about the only Port forward doing anything at all. And when you're getting beaten on the wings as well, it makes it very difficult for Tim Evans to get into the game. But South also had their problems. Darren Harris limped off. That means Corns had to go to full forward. Andy McIntyre came back on to go to centre half back. And South was struggling as well. But Port Adelaide, they just couldn't take a trick. Brooksby playing a fine game on Tim Evans. He was just thumping the ball away at every opportunity, and the South Adelaide defence was holding up well. In fact, both defences played pretty well. This is one of Tim's better passages of play. It got him into the game, and you would have thought with a snapshot like that, suddenly he'd take off. But unfortunately, the players further afield weren't giving him the opportunity. He kicked 5 goals from six shots. Dexter, not one of his better handballs, back turning in defence, usually caused problems. And Mark Nayley, he was ubiquitous all afternoon, and he bottled another one. Well, South Adelaide, at three-quarter time, had every chance to win the game. The scores were 8-5 to 7-5, and if South were good enough, they were going to win it in this last quarter. And we'll pick it up at the start of that last quarter.
It's the Panthers leading by 6 points here at Football Park as the last quarter gets underway. Russell Johnston against Snebickler. Christie's got a bit of an ankle injury at the moment. Away goes South. Nayley, he's played a fine game. Getting underneath the ball, Brenton Owens couldn't do much with it. Ben Harris cops a high one, and for about the 25th time today, the player has got a free kick for a high tackle. Well, Port have got problems. They're going against the breeze, and they're trailing by 6 points. Snebickler gets in front, uses body work to great effect. Anderson got the handball out. Anderson's been beaten all day. Not a good kick forward, though, by Port Adelaide, and McIntyre has paid the mark. in opposition to that player is Dwayne Russell. He's played superbly. Bradley and Fairclough chase for the ball on the outer side of the ground. The umpire will throw it in. Bradley's done pretty well at centre. Hasn't really been a super dominating type of player. Well, Schneebichler got that one out towards Butler. Pushing it into the centre of the ground is Nailey. South have got more run. Philip Harrison did it well. Gets caught. Stolen by David Kapler. Great play. Puts it back to centre half forward. Curtis missed it. Christie's there having a rest with that ankle problem. Slattery tries to go through, can't. And umpire Mackey will bounce it just out from the Panther goal.
South looking a little thin in ruck without Graham Christie, who hurt his ankle halfway through that third quarter. South by a goal in their attacking area. Christie gets a chance out to Hewitt. He goes to ground. Port Adelaide a chance to clear now through Brent Owens, who's played pretty well, and he taps the ball across the line for a throw-in. Or was it Martin Leslie? Martin Leslie it was. A throw-in, right forward pocket. South in attack. Christie and Johnson. Johnson got his hand to the ball. Hewitt. Bill has time to kick it out of defence. Gee, that's got to be close to the line, out on the full again. Gee, we've seen a few of those this afternoon. That breeze must be awkward down there. John Schneebichler. He kicks South into attack again. Puts it up for Corns. Johnson back there, Leslie, Corns. Through goes Hewitt, gets the kick out. Butler with a chance now if it sits for him. Butler wants a long handball out. Darren Harris. With him out there is Anderson. Darren Harris on the left leg, if he can get round with it. Darren Kapler it is, I beg your pardon, not Darren Harris. And Darren Kapler has pushed off the ball, and the ball goes out of play in the full-back pocket, and it's Port Adelaide to clear.
Ben Harris played a fine game. Oh, what a shocking kick. Gee, how did that happen? Nailey couldn't get possession. Through goes Paul Belt. Ron puts the opposition really well. Oh, he had to kick that one. He ran a long way with it. The kick wasn't good. Bradley fighting against two Panther players. Also in there is Bomber Clifford. They want holding the ball against White. They won't get it. Nailey. Clifford fighting hard. So is White. Plenty of endeavour in there, but it comes out cleanly to Nailey. He shoots it to centre half forward. South building here. Darryl Hewitt. Brenton Owens got plenty of pace though. David Kapler played for a free kick, won't get it. Kemp picks up cleanly. Handball's out to Phil Harrison. He had no one to kick to. He kicked out on the full. Gee, the Port Adelaide disposal today, Ian, hasn't been what it normally is.
I agree, Peter. They appeared to have more of the play in the first half for little reward, but now South Adelaide looking the better side, but they too can't get it on the board. Fairclough in, Curtis gets it out. Harrison back to Alan Gill, who had a blinding first half, but the ball is dribbled out of play. Throw in half forward right flank. Corns in front of Johnson. Built quickly onto the boot. Schneebichler thumped away cleverly by Dwayne Russell. Schneebichler used his strength to get rid of Russell. That's an enormous task, trying to use strength to get rid of Russell. And umpire Hilton will come in to have a bounce.
Oh, it's on. Schneebichler rolled Russell out. There's a free kick. Well, it was a silly thing for Schneebichler to do. He didn't need to. But then again, from this distance, one doesn't know why he did it, if for any reason at all. 15 kicks. Dwayne Russell, big leap there from Anthony Williams, no mark. Comes out towards Marnie, he hasn't had a big day. Through it goes. Nailey fighting hard, he didn't have the ball when the tackle was on. Back it goes. Bradley gets it out. Now Belton. He gives the handball to Stephen Williams. Oh, nearly got a goal. Just touched by Brooksby. And that was just a bit like a soccer save, that one. 7-6 Port Adelaide, 8-5 South.
Well, it's been tense all day. Port Adelaide led by 10 points at quarter time. South by 7 at half. They led by 6 at three-quarter time. And now they're leading by just 5 points. Palmer kicks long, but into a nest of magpies. Harrison takes the mark well, tries to break on. Good tackle. South Adelaide through Nailey. We've got that one very quickly. Searching for it is Irvine. Dawkins kicks to the half-forward line. Corns underneath the ball. Leslie back in defence for Port Adelaide and slides across the line for a throw-in. 8-5 to 7-6, 6 minutes into the final quarter. A couple of goals either way now would do wonders for each other's confidence. Irvine up towards Christie, the bounce will decide. Quickly in now is Shane Butler, if he can pick it up. Kicks. I think he's got it. Fine goal, Shane Butler. His second. South Adelaide kick cleared. 9-5 to Port Adelaide 7-6. Keeping them in the game. Bickler against Johnson, an enormous task. Out to the outer side. Anderson through, edges it in towards Anthony Williams. Palmer getting back on it for South Adelaide. Williams lost his footing. Palmer got a chance to clear long, and gee, there's two Panthers up there. Bickler's one of them. White is the running player. Now it's Bickler who kicks South into attack again up to the half-forward line. Curtis back there. Fine mark at centre-half back. And he'll kick the Magpies out of defence. He doesn't want to kick them out. He'll run it over to Gill. Gill kicks towards centre wing. Not a good kick. Robin White, fine mark. White hurt himself in the second quarter and looked quite proppy on a hip for quite some time, but he seems to be okay now as he puts South back to the half-forward line. The back of the pack waiting his opportunity is Dawkins. Goes through, tries to get it out. Now it's Curtis. Irvine lost it. Stephen Williams is looking for it. Players stack up, and the umpire will come in and bounce with South leading by 11 points.
They're doing it well too. The Magpies look very depleted up forward. Tim Evans hasn't really been in the game. Brooksby's played superb football at fullback. Stephen Williams got it out towards Clifford. The tackle was a good one. The kick back from Darryl Hewitt is marked by Gill. Alan Gill's been a fine defender. Thinks about transferring the game. Oh, what a shocking kick. Kicked it straight to Butler. He was aiming for Phil Harrison, but it didn't quite work for him. Butler's bobbed up for the occasional dangerous move. Christie in front, the big punch away. Dawkins, Slattery, left boot Slattery, just offline. A point, but oh boy, is Slattery dangerous. South 9-6, Port 7-6.
Most un-Port-like. Still, they've been beaten on the wings. Craig Bradley has done his fair share in the centre, but David Fairclough's had a good game as well. Port Adelaide have won the ruck battles, but it's South Adelaide's Rovers and run-on players that are creating havoc. Harris. Bickler over the top of Johnson. Fine mark. Gee, I thought he would try to spoil having to give away centimetres, but he chose to take the mark and did it well. Christie thought about a lead. Bickler going back to kick long. Harris and Christie. Darren Harris off injured. Kick number 10 to Bickler, whose second half has been a lot better than his first. He puts it in the air for Christie. Harris waits his ground as well. Johnson back in defence off the fingers. Brenton Owen will be the first to recover. Close to the line. He can't keep the ball in play.
Steve Bickler has played very well since his transfer to ruck. There he is. And Christie, of course, copped that ankle injury. Beautiful knockdown by Corns. Nailey couldn't quite handle it. Brenton Owens fighting hard. Out it comes. Darryl Hewitt with a quick kick away with the left boot. No one home for South. Through it goes for a point. Ben Harris couldn't quite mark it. 9-7 now, South. Port Adelaide 7-6. And Port are not really in it, in my view, because even if they can get it up forward, they haven't got forward players playing well enough.
Not a good kick in by Harris. Bickler again over the top of Nailey. Two South Adelaide players there waiting their opportunity. South is on, or time is on South Adelaide's side, and Bickler is going back to kick long. 13 points is not sufficient to win it. They must attack if they want to win it, but Bickler is about 55 metres out. The breeze favouring him towards the golf course end. He gives it an awful chance. That's a fine kick. I think it might be a goal. Well done, John Bickler. His first goal. South Adelaide 10-7. Lead the Magpies 7-6.
Russell Ebert walks towards the centre of the ground. He would be aware at this stage that the game is slipping away. Just about slipped right away, in fact. The kick out from Harris, not good. Steve Bickler marked it easily. And it was a nice long kick in that scored the goal. 10-7 plays 7-6. Port Adelaide in diabolical strife.
At the centre bounce, Johnson and Bickler. Johnson taps it back. Bradley against the tide. In goes Robin White. Bradley fighting for the ball as well. Over the top was Russell Ebert trying to lift his team. Physically, if not metaphorically. And a bounce down almost back in the centre circle.
Obviously, Russell Ebert worried about the inability of the Port Adelaide players in the centre to really fight for the ball. Corns with a bit of magic there, got it out. Kemp couldn't mark it. And umpire Mackie will bounce. Yes, Russell Everett's obviously concerned about that because Clifford's not playing that sort of football anymore. Bradley's not really that type. Not really, certainly Belton's not. Not really anyone that can do it for them. The kick is wobbled forward. Out comes Ben Harris, one of the Magpies' better players. And Irvine is taken across the line as he tries for the kick. So I don't really know what the Magpies can do about that. In fact, Dwayne Russell is about the only type of player that can get a ball out from a tight spot, and he can't play in too many positions. Darryl Hewitt wobbles one out. Cross goes Alan Gill. Oh, great smother by Butler. Back it goes to Nayley. He's tackled. Gets rid of it very quickly back towards Butler, but it's Belton who clears. Oh, Bradley's got a space. Fairclough, I don't think will catch him for a while. Off goes Bradley. Still tries to run it through. He's lost it now. 2 kicks off the ground. Evans ran into Schneebichler. Palmer's there as well. That's not a good tackle. It's a dead set, push in the back, that one. 12 minutes in, South lead at this stage by 19 points.
Fairclough short. Schneebichler to Bennett. Waiting his opportunity at the back is Ebert. Ebert puts it back to the half-forward line. Schneebichler back there, gets a big leap up. Fine mark. Gee, he's rapidly developing into one of the South's most accomplished players. That's his 10th mark. 13th kick coming up. We go short to Nayley. That's made hard work of it. Marnie there as well. Nayley's going to have to work hard. Oh, he does it so beautifully. What a well-balanced player as he kicks long towards the half-forward line. Corns using his body, getting back on it. Johnson. Through went Irvine. Slattery on the ground. It is Martin Leslie over the top. In there also is Kemp. And the umpire will come in for a bounce on South Adelaide's half-forward left flank.
Port Adelaide have got problems with their Rovers. Marnie's only had 1 kick. And it's extraordinary for a Rover. I don't know if he's injured. He's been in the forward pocket most of the time. It's a good tackle by Russell Ebert. No, they won't be able to play it on. We'll go back to the Port Adelaide captain coach. Goes out wide with kick 15. Now Martin Leslie. He'd probably be Port Adelaide's best player. Big pack forms. Palmer with the punch away. Darryl Hewitt out very wide now to Nayley, who's always conceded an enormous amount of ground. Oh, what happened? He went for the banana ball and it just didn't work for him. He's kicked against the direction of play, 40 metres, with a perfect pass to Tim Evans, and Schneebichler is consoling Nayley at the moment. Gee. He's not a betting man, Mark Nayley. Evans has got 3 goals now. Well, what a turnabout. I feel a bit sorry for him, Ian. He tried the banana ball, but it just didn't work for him.
Well, Peter, I'm incredulous. I just can't understand what he was trying to do. That was the best 40-metre pass going the wrong way that I've ever seen in my life. Tim Evans couldn't believe his luck. In fact, he almost dropped the mark in surprise. And whether he was trying to hook it around the corner, but he didn't seem to be under that much pressure. Whatever he did, it came unstuck. And just mark that down. 14 minutes into the last quarter. Port Adelaide get a gimme goal. Is it the spark they need to get out of this one as Dexter Kennedy prepares to come? Got it in their attacking division often enough. It's just the desperate defence of Port Adelaide that's stopping them running away. 1 goal 4 from Darren Kaplan. 10-9 South Adelaide. 8-6 Port Adelaide.
Port Adelaide, by the way, have kicked out on the full on 8 occasions during the game, which is an indication of their poor disposal today. And there's been a lot of pressure put on them too by the Panthers. Gee, there are 4 of them there. Kemp tackled Leslie. He grabbed him by the leg. See how well they're going. Here's a chance for Nayley as he breaks through half forward. Couldn't get boot to ball. Now Slattery. He gives it a chance, but it's Kennedy who takes a fine mark in the back pocket area. 9,273 people here today. Not a bad crowd considering the conditions. Here's a chance now. Put out by Anderson. Bomber Clifford, if it sits, it does. He runs through centre wing. Wobbly old kick forward. Russell Ebert, oh, White, a great effort from behind. Made front position and took a fine mark in front of Russell Ebert.
South doing it pretty well. Port Adelaide have going to lift enormously to win the game, but they can. They go towards the half-forward line. Here's a chance now for Corns. Gets it out. The handball wasn't good. Bradley back in defence. He's going to need help. Hooks around the corner, not well directed. All the South player didn't seem to want it. Here's a chance. Ebert kicks in long. Out comes Dwayne Russell. Can't find the footy. Brooksby under pressure. Dwayne Russell there. Brooksby still fighting for it. Evans over the top. It's farmed out to Hewitt. He gets it away to the outer side. Not out of danger yet as the ball goes towards the line. And Belton gives chase, but it's out of play on the outer side, half forward right flank. Gee, a chance for Port Adelaide then, but they're down by 15 points. Well read by Nailey, paddling the ball towards the line, gets the kick away up towards the half-forward line. Going to meet it is Dawkins. Gill over the top, puts the saddle on, and the ball goes out of play. Helped considerably by Alan Gill. A throw in half-forward left flank, South Adelaide by 15 points.
Gee, Dwayne Russell was in a position to mark then. I don't know whether Stewie Palmer caught him out or whether he lifted his head. It was uncustomary as Dawkins wobbles it forward, only to see Kemp there and the ball go over the line. 10-9 plays 8-6, 21.5 minutes into this last quarter. No way known that Port Adelaide can win. In my view, they're just not playing well enough.
What a brave statement.
Johnston, Ebert, oh, he gets jumped upon, but fairly. Dawkins to centre half forward. Out wobbles Christie. He's a bit wobbly on that leg. Quick kick away. Kapler hit the post. Oh, David Kapler it was. Hit the post with that one, and that would have been an absolute sealer if it bounced through.
He's played a brilliant game, Peter.
Has he ever?
Looking for Curtis, but it's going to Butler. Martin Leslie there, thumped away. Owens back in defence. Corns can't raise the gallop. Drives towards Bradley. The bounce would aside. He gets a good sit on it. Gives it to Curtis. Already into trouble. Called to play on. Glenn Hewitt puts it back to the half-forward line. It's all Port Adelaide. Cords comes from beside. In goes Kapler. Lost his footing. Russell Ebert. Clever handball. Stephen Williams. Port Adelaide go forward, but it's smothered kick. Ben Harris winds up with a footy. Curtis wants it. He hooks long in towards the half-forward line. Robert White getting out underneath the ball. Big mark. Dwayne Russell. Well, Anthony Williams it is. Russell was in there as well. Anthony Williams. In the pocket goes Russell. Johnson going up towards Evans, getting back on it. Johnson can't bring it down. Robin White in there for South Adelaide, paddling it towards the line. He's close to it. McIntyre, but the umpire rules the ball is out of play, and a throw-in will take place in the left full forward pocket. Port Adelaide still not out of it, but 16 points down. Got a chance now in their forward division. Johnson up there. Thumped away in towards Clifford, hooks around the corner. McIntyre up goes big Dwayne Russell, can't get it away. Williams goes in. Robin White fighting like a panther for the ball, and a bounce down will take place inside the Port Adelaide half-forward line.
Magpies can't take a trick. Dexter Kennedy at fullback now. Ben Harris on the ball. South have played with a lot of endeavour today. They've earned their lead, pushing the back to Bomber Clifford. Who is there up there that can take a mark and kick a goal? 24 kicks, Clifford. Evans won't get near that. Oh, he's going to get a free kick, though. The umpire has indicated that South Adelaide defenders were all over his shoulders. Tim Evans gets his second free kick this afternoon for goal. Remember a little while ago that Nailey kicked the wrong way to him. He lines up for his fourth. He's dead centre with that one. And through it goes for his fourth goal. So Port Adelaide still a chance. 9-6 trailing South 10-10.
Two straight kicks the difference. Port Adelaide 32 free kicks, South Adelaide 16. But then again, Port Adelaide could have been playing in front. But the only way that Evans was going to get a goal then was to give away a free kick to South Adelaide defence, because he was swamped by them. They only had to thump the ball clear. But Port Adelaide still in there, hanging in 10 down. Can they do it?
Well, if they win this game, I'll be most surprised. Ben Harris, he may give them a lift. Here's a chance, Belton. A quick kick away in front, Anthony Williams. Oh, Hewitt, up hands. Here's a chance as they go forward. What a shocking kick away from Greg Anderson. Oh, he hasn't played well, but what a terrible kick out on the full in the right forward pocket.
Well, there's only 4 goals that have been kicked, Peter, so there won't be a lot of time on. We're into time on now. South are hanging on to the ball. Brooksfield going short to Fairclough. He's played pretty well. Michael Bennett is out wide, and he has got 100 metres. He can bounce the ball. He missed it. He can bounce it again. Kick number 14 coming up. Bradley closing on him now, but Bennett kicks long. A safe kick up towards the half-forward line, and the ball goes out of play. Once again helped by Alan Gill. A throw in on the half-forward right flank. South Adelaide by 10 points. Port Adelaide have got 2 goals in the last quarter. One, a gift that Tim Evans got when he marked the ball when it was kicked the wrong way by Mark Nailey, and the other one from that free kick coming across Irvine. Got a high tackle. He's going to win a free kick on the half-forward right flank. Well, it hasn't been a top game. It's been very scrappy indeed. A very stop-start affair. A lot of mistakes. But then again, it's been close, and the tension has been there. Fairclough breaks into the pocket, but Irvine doesn't want him. He goes in long in towards full forward. Christie's in there. Big mark, Dexter Kennedy. Time running out for Port Adelaide. Towards Russell Ebert. Tang goes out of trouble well. Dummies it again. This time he goes across to Kaplan. Not a good kick at all. And it's Darren Kaplan who's got the ball 45, 50 metres out. Now this kid could boot the distance. One of the longest kicks playing league football. Kick number 15 coming up. 27 minutes gone. Kaplan about 50 metres out. Kick underway. It's a tumble punt kick, not going to make the distance. Kennedy there. Slattery with a chance. Works through. Push shove. The umpire said what? He's going to bounce the ball right on the edge of the square. 10-10 South Adelaide, 9-6 Port. 10 points in favour of the Panthers. A bounce right on their square. Christie. Ben Harris. Dexter Kennedy. Belton kicks out towards centre wing. Wayne Russell, top mark. Gee, close to the line.
Well, he gave it everything. McIntyre's not well. I think he appears to have a bad left shoulder. Gee, not good for South Adelaide. Wayne Russell kicks clear. Big leap over the top. Bennett. Now Martin Leslie. Hooks around the corner. Tim Evans. Oh, he's backed it. The siren's gone. South have won the match. South have won the match. But Tim Evans will have a shot from 30 metres out. This is only his 6th kick. It's coming back now. That's his 5th goal from 6 kicks, Tim Evans. Port Adelaide are 10-6. The Panthers 10-10, so they've run out victors here at Football Park by 4 points. And there's the forlorn look on the face of Andy McIntyre, who was end up with a pretty bad shoulder injury by the look of it.
A great start by the Panthers in their drive towards that doubles chance at the end of the year. The final scoreline, South Adelaide 10 goals 10, 70, defeating Port Adelaide on 10 goals 6, 66. The goal
them twice now.
Yeah, today was an important one for us. We were a bit lucky in the first game at Adelaide Oval, and I guess we had our share of luck today, although we had to work hard for free kicks that we got. But it was a good solid win. I think we deserved it in the end, and what can you can't really draw too much conclusion. I mean, there's only 5 points total margin in the 2 games, but it's 2 in a row we beat them, and it's better than losing 2 in a row to them.
You had to work hard for free kicks. You want to develop that anymore?
Oh, no, I don't think it's fair to criticise umpires publicly, but I just thought we did have to work hard for the ones that we got.
A couple of important things happened out there. I thought that Martin Leslie did very well on Sneezer early, but when Sneezer went onto the ball, and particularly his last quarter, was superb.
He played extremely well, and Gary Christie was getting a little bit tired. Darren Harris we lost, and I think that really changed the complexion of the whole game. And sometimes you make moves, they pay off, sometimes they don't, but that was one that did today.
Must have been happy with David and Darren Kapler again.
Yeah, well, again, he's right. Darren was a bit quiet last week. David was exceptional last week, and today their form was extremely good on 2 very good players. So, you know, then they started off the season not as our regular wingmen. We've still got Paul Martin and Ronnie Hately to come back, but those boys have certainly done a fine job for us.
Mark Nailey played a good game. I thought a feature of his game was that short pass. It wasn't a short pass, the pass to Evans. Yeah. Superb stuff.
He gave him better service than the Port players did. I don't know. No, you got to be fair to him. He was really trying to carry out instruction. He was going to bend the ball back, and thought, no, that's not the right kick, and tried to change his mind. And of course, it went off the side of his boot, went straight to Evans. It's one of those things to happen. He didn't do it intentionally, and to his credit, he fought back, and it could have sunk the whole team at that stage, but luckily it didn't.
You had a lot of players who were down,